Suicidal ideation, the unspoken thoughts, the taboo subject. Let's discuss it. Welcome to Protea TV, presented by Protea Psychotherapy Practice, which is an organization that specializes in the psychological intervention for personal change. Hi, I'm Claudia, your host, and this episode I'd like for us to discuss the taboo subject of suicide. And yeah, I know we're in a very bright topic. There are times when people would like to talk about their suicidal thoughts, but that fear of judgment is quite crippling, because even in therapy as well, clients, and I'll refer to clients and patients because this is my experience, will find it difficult to express their thoughts and ideas about their suicidal ideation because of that fear of judgment. Because most times once that topic gets brought up, it's about, oh, stop it, you're not going to do it, or it's a cry for help, or this person is being attention seeking, or that person is so selfish. And that judgment can add to their desire to die. It can intensify it a lot more. And to be quite honest, most persons who are considering suicide, they actually think or believe that their family, the people around them, would be better off without them. You feeling like you are adding to the problems or removing yourself is not solving the problem. The most suicide does is pass the problem on. To commit suicide takes a lot of energy, a lot of personal strength, because you're going against everything that your body is built up for. Your innate survival skills you have actually ignored and repressed. So in order for you to do that, you're using a lot of energy and a lot of strength and a lot of willpower to do that. Because often when persons try to kill themselves, they might want to drown. They jump off a cliff or something, but the first thing the body does is try to swim. Or they try to hang themselves, and the first thing they do is that. Because the body, it's natural to want to live. And that energy and that strength that is put into solving the problem, which you think you are solving by committing suicide, could be put in solving the problem of staying alive. It does get better with time. And if for some reason you're struggling and you're going through a situation where you're finding it very unbearable and you're having these suicidal thoughts, once you're able to go beyond that, you will realize that situation you're going through now, it too will pass. It too will pass. And for friends and families, one of the biggest signs of that someone is actually not just suicidal, but they're actually going to commit suicide, is if they're completely despaired. And mind you, it's just one of the symptoms. There are other things, but they get extremely happy. They go from being very low and depressed and downtrodden and I want to die, to life is great and life is good. Because once they've made that decision to die, to kill themselves, the weight of whatever the problem or the conflict is has been lifted. They've got some sort of resolution within themselves, because I don't have to worry about this anymore. This doesn't have to stress me anymore. I'm going to be dead tomorrow. I'm going to die. So I can relax. And that relaxation a lot of the time is misinterpreted as the person is better. So and so has miraculously gone to this side. And I'm just pointing that out to say this is not always the case, but a lot of the times it is what's happened. If for any reason you happen to be suicidal, then I would suggest you seek some sort of professional support. Most times it might be difficult to talk to friends and family because of the fear which I spoke about earlier. There is the suicidal hotline, and you can always call the Samaritans for extra support. I'll put their contact details in the description below. And if the situation is imminent, then I suggest you call the emergency service. But whatever it is you do, live for tomorrow. It does get better. I guess that's it for this episode. Would you like to add to anything I've spoken about, questions or anything? You can comment them below. And on more personal subject matters, you can contact us through our website, www.protheouspsychotherapy.com, or send us an email at info@protheouspsychotherapy.com. Like and share our videos, and remember to subscribe to our channel for weekly updated content. Until next episode, be your authentic self.